Chapter 25, Nuts for Coconuts. Page 192. We left our friends to go on a nature walk. Out yonder was an endless field of rice paddies. Since no boots were on hand to fit my gigantic American feet, I nixed the idea of trudging around in watery paddies barefoot, curtailing our little tour substantially. While I walked around the place, I saw views of the places that seemed inexplicably familiar to me. I was never here before in my life, but this feeling of belonging here kept nagging at me. It wasn't until I saw this tiny irrigation canal and a bamboo footbridge that the unmistakable feeling of déjà vu swept over me. Was I cracking up? I mean, how in blazes did I instinctively know I had seen this before? "Honey, what's wrong?" my incredulous fiancé asked. "What do you think of that footbridge that—" "Your grandpa made?" I interrupted. "What? How did you know that?" Wellyn demanded to know. I could tell she thought I was being eerily psychic. And I sensed this was creeping her out just like it was me. Then it happened. The manner in which country girl Wellyn stood on the footbridge, my mind juxtaposed with an image in my memory. The result was conclusive. My brain spat out the answer to the strange-ass mystery. Oh, baby, I know you won't freaking believe me in a million years, but I remember this in a photo you sent me a while back. Oh my God, seriously? Her countenance turned to incredulity. But I sent you many photos, Brian. Tons of photos. But sweetie, those pics you sent me of your grandparents' village were really special to me, I think. This is the point in time where I became enraptured by this certain village girl. You, silly. I looked into her dark eyes. Wellyn, don't you get it? You wonder how I can remember a couple photos when I think it's more a case of how could I forget something so inspiring as these? I held her hands in my own and we kissed. I think this might have been the moment in time last year that I started to truly fall in love with Wellyn. I knew she was compassionate because she worked for a non-profit agency and was forever trucking up and down steep hills, planting trees with the youth or such. And I also knew she was a tomboy of sorts because she loved climbing trees and was more comfortable in pants than in dresses. A girl after my own heart, I considered. Because I was so happy to be there in this beautiful land, engaged to a beautiful woman, and happily in love for the first time in over a decade, I couldn't resist letting my hair down and acting completely silly. I decided this tree, a leaner at that, was perfect for hanging from, and that is exactly what I did. Of course, this generated lots of laughs all around, and my lovely fiancé was there to capture this magical moment for posterity. Click. "Smile for me, my monkey boy," cooed Wellyn. How odd I heard this again. Then I recalled displaying my goofy athleticism once before while touring China, and coincidentally, my translator identically nicknamed me Monkey Boy after I climbed up a tree and hung way out over the water in a quaint park in Fushan City. I guess I just didn't mind acting so silly, and it didn't hurt that I was an expert tree climber since I was a teenager. "Here you go, Monkey Boy," Wellyn remarked, then smooching me noisily while I dangled practically upside down. Then, taking things up a notch, I decided I should cross this creek like my lovely fiancé. I placed but one single foot atop this rickety bridge, and ominously it emitted a loud creak sound. Not good. No freaking way," I exclaimed. Then I got my Chevy Chase on by quoting from the hysterical 1988 movie Funny Farm. "That's not a bridge," I announced. "That's just termites holding hands."
This ain't a bridge. It's termites holding hands.
We're going over it.
Not me. Oh, Lord.
This is insane. What are we doing, man? We're just movers. That's all. We're just movers. No one gets paid for this shit. It's over. It's over, man.
What? Wellyn wanted to know. Then I realized you probably never watched that movie. Just a movie reference about these timid movers trying to cross a rickety wooden bridge. I took one farewell look at yon muddy canal of unknown depth and mumbled, "Screw that." I wasn't going to end up in a drink because of some poor engineering. The fat American in me was decidedly afraid this contraption might break under my hefty 90 kilograms, or 198 pounds. Instead, I took a running jump and just cleared the other side. Not bad for an old fat man in sandals, I thought. Sometime after my Olympic-like leap, I felt something crinkly in my pants pocket and retrieved some kind of important paperwork. "Oh, nothing," I told myself, "of importance, Brian. Only your freaking international license, dumbass." Gulp. All these displays of machismo and puerile goofiness, and this insanely important document was in my pocket the whole time.